Welcome, everyone. This conversation is presented by our YouTube channel, Audio Podcast. Every single day, there's this choice you have to make. It's this moment where you decide, are you going to wait for something good to happen, for the world to give you what you think you deserve?
Or are you going to be the one to actually, go out and build it yourself?
Yeah, it's that tension, isn't it?
Yeah.
The waiting game versus, the building game. We see it everywhere.
It really is the defining tension. And when you look into it, there's this truth that's like, well, it's uncomfortable, but you kind of have to face it.
Okay.
And we need to get this right from the start. Nobody, absolutely nobody is coming to change your life for you. No one's going to just swoop in, hand you that promotion or the perfect house or, guarantee your success.
That sounds pretty harsh, like really blunt.
It does, yeah. But think about it for a second. Once you actually let that sink in, the power dynamic shifts completely. It all comes back to you.
So it's actually liberating in a strange way.
Exactly. It's the most freeing thing, really. Because once you stop expecting some kind of external rescue, well, there's only one option left.
Which is?
Radical self-reliance,
Yeah.
Relying on yourself. And honestly, that's the foundation for pretty much every success story out there.
Okay. So that's what we're diving into today. How to make that switch from just waiting around to actually taking control.
Yes. How to take full control and understand that success.
Yeah.
It isn't magic. It's just the result of doing the work consistently, even when it's tough.
Because, at the end of the day, the only person who's really truly invested in helping you, it's you.
It has to be.
Okay, let's dig into this waiting thing. You called it the waiting trap before. Why do people, even really smart, capable people, get stuck there? Sometimes for years, just feeling like they're about to start, but never quite starting.
It's such a common thing. The waiting trap is, it's almost comfortable, isn't it? It feels safer than starting.
Comfortable how?
It lets you rationalize doing nothing. You tell yourself, I'm just being patient, or I'm preparing, or I'm waiting for the perfect time.
The preparation illusion.
Exactly. Waiting for the perfect mentor, the perfect bank balance, the perfect sign from the universe. But perfection, it stops you dead in your tracks. It's the enemy of actually getting anything done.
So waiting is just a fancy excuse, a way to avoid the risk, the discomfort of actually putting yourself out there.
Precisely. And underneath that often is this thing psychologists talk about: learned helplessness.
Okay.
If you spend enough time believing that everything that happens to you is because of external stuff, the economy, your boss, your past, you eventually just stop trying. Even when you could do something, you start believing the system is just too big.
Yeah.
That you don't have any real power.
That's interesting. And maybe that helplessness gets broken when you realize, okay, nobody's actually coming. You kind of hope maybe friends or family will push you over the edge.
Right. And that's where things get brutally honest again. Look, your friends, your family, they love you, they support you, but they've got their own lives. Complicated lives. They can't live your life for you. They can't make those really hard calls, quitting the job, moving somewhere new, committing to learning something difficult. That effort, that emotional weight, it's all yours.
Okay, but hang on. Does this mean we just ignore real disadvantages? Like, are we saying someone starting with nothing has the same shot as someone born with connections and resources?
No, not at all. And that's crucial. External circumstances create huge hurdles, massive disadvantages. That's undeniable.
Right.
The difference isn't the starting point. It's the response. The people who make it aren't necessarily the ones with fewer problems. They're the ones who decided to step up anyway.
Despite the problem.
Despite the problems, they stopped waiting for the perfect conditions and just started building right where they were with whatever they had.
So the real foundation of success is that quiet, daily grind. The stuff you do when nobody's watching, nobody's cheering you on, and there's zero guarantee it'll even pay off.
That silence. That's where the real strength, the real capability is built. If you can push yourself when the only accountability is internal, it's just you, then you can handle pretty much anything the world throws at you later.
Okay. So accepting that reality, no savior's coming, logically leads you away from blaming others, right? But that seems like maybe the hardest part for a lot of people, escaping that blame game.
Oh, it's huge. It's probably the most common emotional trap. We spend so much energy looking backwards, searching for reasons why, my upbringing, that bad investment, that relationship that failed, using those as justifications for why we're stuck now.
It feels kind of validating, I guess, to blame something else.
It does feel comfortable, yeah, because it takes the responsibility off your shoulders. It puts the control somewhere else.
But like you said, looking back doesn't fix today.
No, it doesn't. And worse, it actually takes away your power. Here's the really uncomfortable but also transformative truth. You are both the problem and the solution.
Explain that.
If where you are right now is at least partly the result of choices you made, even if those choices were influenced by outside stuff, then it means you have the power, the agency to make different choices now, to change things.
Wow. Okay. Realizing I'm the reason I'm here,
Yeah.
that feels heavy, but also powerful. Like, okay, if I caused it, I can fix it.
Exactly. It's not about beating yourself up with guilt. It's about recognizing your own agency. Excuses achieve nothing. They don't build skills. They don't make you stronger. They don't change your situation. You have to ruthlessly focus on what you can control, what you can do right now, even if it feels small.
People often wait for that big surge of motivation, though, right?
Yeah.
That feeling like, okay, now I'm ready to conquer the world. But you're saying motivation is kind of useless.
It's worse than useless. It's unreliable. Totally unreliable. Motivation is just an emotion. It depends on how you slept, what you ate, your mood. It comes and goes, like the weather. If you only work when you feel motivated, you'll only work when things are easy or fun, which isn't most of the time.
So what's the alternative? What do we rely on instead?
Discipline. That's the key.
Discipline.
Discipline is the skill, the habit of doing what needs to be done, even when you absolutely do not feel like doing it. It's about structure, not feelings. The more you train yourself to act, regardless of how you feel, the more reliable you become. To yourself, most importantly.
Yeah.
That's the engine that keeps that quiet daily work going, even when motivation takes a day off or a week off.
Right. So, okay, we've accepted responsibility. We're working on discipline instead of waiting for motivation. Now comes the action part. You mentioned relentless execution. That sounds intense.
It's where the rubber meets the road. This is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Execution is everything. Good intentions are nice. Great ideas are exciting. But without execution, they're just vapor.
So how does that work?
Yes.
Is it about massive, heroic efforts?
Actually, no. Usually it's the opposite. It's what some call the compounding effort paradox. The biggest results don't usually come from one huge push. They come from small, consistent actions, day after day after day, showing up, doing the task.
I think that's where people get tripped up, though. They aim for perfection right out of the gate.
Oh, absolutely. Perfectionism is paralysis. It makes you wait. I can't start until the plan is flawless. I can't launch until the product is perfect. I can't apply until my skills are world class.
Right, which means you never start.
Exactly. You learn by doing. Execution means prioritizing progress over perfection. Aim for 70% good, then launch it, ship it, do it, get feedback, improve it based on reality, not theory. Consistency always beats waiting for ideal conditions. Always.
Okay, but that path of doing, of executing, it's never smooth. There are always setbacks, failures, walls you hit. How do you build the mindset to just keep going? That resilience.
Resilience isn't something you're born with. It's like a muscle. You build it by choosing how you respond. When things get hard, when you fail and you will fail, you have a choice.
Let it break you.
Or let it mold you. Let it make you stronger. A resilient mindset sees obstacles not as dead ends, but as training. High-friction training moments that force you to adapt and learn.
Which ties into embracing discomfort, right? That feeling of, this is hard.
Yes. If you always run back to what's comfortable, your world shrinks. Growth only happens at the edge of your comfort zone, when you push through resistance. That discomfort, it's just feedback. It's telling you precisely where you need to push to expand your limits.
Like lifting weights. It has to be hard to build muscle.
Exactly that analogy. If it feels hard, you're probably doing something right. You're stretching yourself.
And to make all this execution really stick, it's not just about doing things, it's about building actual skills, right? Turning those dreams into something tangible.
Dreams give you direction, they're the fuel. But skills are the engine, the vehicle. Real success isn't about some magic talent you were born with. It's the result of getting better, incrementally, consistently.
Like the 1% better idea.
Exactly. Can you get just 1% better today than yesterday? Read one more page. Practice for 5 more minutes. Make one more call. It sounds tiny, insignificant. But over a year, that 1% daily improvement, it compounds into something huge, a massive advantage. It's those small, boring, unsexy steps that actually lead to revolutionary change down the line.
Wow. Okay. So when you build that discipline, that consistency, that resilience, you eventually arrive at this really powerful place, don't you? The idea
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you are your own backup plan.
Yes. And there is such incredible freedom in that, knowing that whatever happens out there, market crashes, job losses, unexpected crises, you can rely on yourself to figure it out, to adapt, to pivot, to keep moving.
It cuts that cord of hoping someone else will fix things.
Immediately, you stop wasting energy wishing for a miracle or a hero or a lottery win because you know your safety net is your own ability to act. Your salvation is already guaranteed because it's you.
That must be incredibly grounding, and maybe it frees you from needing other people's approval all the time, that validation trap.
It's the direct antidote. Seeking external validation, needing the likes, the praise, the applause, it's like an invisible chain. It ties your sense of self-worth to what other people think, which is constantly changing and totally outside your control.
Right.
When you're self-reliant, the only validation that truly matters comes from within. From knowing you showed up, you did the work, you kept your promises to yourself, you are enough right now based on your commitment to your own path.
And does that self-reliance give you an edge? Maybe like being comfortable, being the underdog?
Oh, being underestimated is a superpower. It's a massive strategic advantage. While everyone else is chasing likes and trying to look successful, the underdog is just head down doing the work, quietly grinding.
Less pressure.
Way less pressure. You have the freedom to experiment, to mess up, to fail forward without everyone watching. You can define success on your own terms. You can afford to be scrappy, to iterate quickly. That's where so much learning happens.
So maybe the toughest part of all this is just keeping going when nobody notices, when nobody claps.
That's where true character shows up. If you need applause to keep going, you're fragile. You'll stop the minute the crowd looks away. The progress has to be for you. The work you do in silence, the lonely hours, that's what determines how loud your success eventually speaks for itself.
Okay, so wrapping this all up, this whole conversation about taking control, it really boils down to a fundamental choice, doesn't it? One you make over and over.
It really does. Life presents you with choices. And the difficulty is always there, it just shifts. You either choose the hard path now, or you get the hard life later.
Meaning?
Making the hard choices now, taking responsibility, being disciplined, executing even when it sucks, that leads to an easier, more autonomous life down the road. More freedom, more options.
Than the easy choices.
The easy choices now, procrastination, staying comfortable, blaming others. They feel good in the moment, but they guarantee a harder, more constrained life later. Fewer options, less control.
So if someone listening is ready to start building that easier future, starting today, what's the most immediate, actionable thing they can do based on everything we discussed?
Okay, the most immediate, powerful step. Be absolutely ruthless about what and who you cut out of your life.
Ruthless.
Yes, you have to clear the path. Success needs focus, energy, space. That means having the courage to prune away things that are holding you back.
Like what?
Toxic relationships, draining environments, even bad habits that seem small but are constantly leaking your energy or distracting you. You cannot reach your potential if you're carrying dead weight. And nobody else is going to do that pruning for you. That is an essential act of self-reliance. You have to clear the decks yourself.
That's a strong closing thought.
Yeah?
The power to change, to build, it really has been in your hands all along. You just have to decide to use it. And keep using it, applause or no applause.
Exactly.
Well, thank you. This has been really insightful, and thank you all for watching and listening to this conversation.
Yeah, thanks everyone. If you found this valuable and want more discussions like this, focusing on growth and digging into these kinds of ideas, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel Audio Podcast. We'll have more motivational talks there.